guys, this is Danny with Danny Aquatics. I'm underneath the cabinet of the 330. This is my polishing filtration system. I haven't changed this probably in about, I would say about a month and a half. And that thing is really dirty. So I'm going to go ahead and change it out, put some new filter floss in here. So it'll keep doing what it's supposed to be doing, polishing the water. And it really does a great job, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to valve in probably the output first and then the intake, and then I'll isolate the two valves between the filter, and then we'll unplug it and turn the power off to it. That's why I don't lose none of the prime in the transfer lines, and I don't get too much extra air going in there, and makes it harder to get set up. But it usually, as soon as I put it back together, I make sure I put water back in the canister, and you just have just a little bit of air gap up in between here. So it has a little push button that you push and let all the air out once you start bringing more water flow back in, and then you can plug it back in and start right back up. So let's open this thing up, and just hold on for a second. Let me get this wrench. I got my wrench right here. So can't really do this with both hands or with one hand and hold the phone. So I'm gonna have to take it apart, and then I'll show you what it looks like. All right, as you can see, I got it off of here, and that thing is just caked. It is. Let me turn the light on here a little bit more. But yes, sir, it is solid. Let me pull this centerpiece out. This is what allows it to flow all the way around. As you can see, this thing is just solid. So we're gonna rinse all this out, or put new stuff in. I'm gonna just pull all this old stuff out. This thing is wedged in there. There we go. And all this is just a 1-inch PVC pipe. I think it's 10 1/4 inches long. And it's just a way for the water to siphon through it. And ooh, that stuff's nasty. Not too bad at the very bottom, but it's just the top sections are really, really bad. But it's nasty. It is really nasty. So let me get this flushed out. I'm going to move over to the sink, and then we'll get it all reestablished. Alright guys, I'm going to attempt to try to clean some of this stuff, and what I can use, if not, I'm just cleaning out the parts that go back into the filtration system. Because a lot of the filter floss, if it's not real bad, it can be just rinsed out and reused again. And just make sure everything is nice and clean again. So I'll set some of that aside there. And some stuff is just too far gone, and just replace it. This is the advantage of having a real deep sink. This thing is like 22 inches deep, so you don't have to worry about too much splash coming back out. Alright, this stuff is actually washing up really clean, so I might be able to just use all of it again. And that's it. Turn the water off. Let me get the housing back again over here real quick, and I'll show you what I usually do. Can you see that right there? Yeah, I think so. Okay. So all I'm going to do is just reinsert this back into its place, into the center, and kind of just center it just like that. And that's about it. And then just fill the outside with the polyfill again. I kind of try to spread it evenly all the way around, then pack it all the way down. because all it is just the purpose of just a filtration of the water to kind of polish it up and to take a lot of the small particles out of the water that are floating around. And that's about it, guys. It's a fairly simple concept. It's just basically what you would use for your water, for your home system, and to get all those big particles that are coming in the water line, because you never know what you're drinking. And for the fish, all this is really just helping to buff the water and to clean it up, make it look pretty again. And that's about it. And that's what it usually looks like when it's done. And I'll let this run. I'll fill it up with water, put some prime and stability in this thing, and we'll put it back into service. Let me open this back up. And I'll bring it up to about where it's about maybe 1 inch from the top, and that's about it. And that's usually enough. And the seal, the gasket is in good clean condition. Pardon me. And I'm going to swing it over there. I'm going to show you what it looked like after we put it on. All right. Just started seeing some water coming out. So sometimes I got to turn it on and turn it back on so it'll get primed back up. But let me check back here real quick. Not sure where it's at. Still got a little air in there. Okay, it's pulling about 34 watts. It's at I got it set at 80, probably can do it about 80%. 80% flow, 80% of its power capability up to 100%, and right there it's at 32 watts. But it's kind of hard to see, but there is a flow coming out. You look downstream, you can see the water going across the top there. And let's check this down here real quick. I would like to come back, check, make sure there's no leaks anywhere. And everything looks good. Everything's opened up. And no drippage. So, a little bit of water there, but that's from, let me get my towel. That's from putting it back together. There's a little bit of water. Oh no, that's right. I hit that vent button earlier to bleed it out. But other than that, guys, she's back up and running, and she'll probably be good for about another month and a half. I might go 2 months next time just to let her keep going, because I still had a good water flow when I do my water changes. I usually leave that running, and that way you can determine how strong your flow is, and it's usually blowing out of there pretty good. Alrighty, guys, I appreciate y'all joining me, and we'll get back with y'all with some more videos. This is the filtration system, the polishing system for the 330-gallon tank. Y'all have a wonderful and a blessed day, guys. Y'all take care. Bye.